Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is David J. Burney, the First Esquire.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just Brent. Hi.
Close enough. We'll be visiting with the James Gang this morning at Kling Financial. Also, Matt with Subway. And also commentary brought to you by Ray Hunt. That comes up later. And Farmers National, Dave Davis will be visiting with us. That, of course, would be Christy's younger sister, Christy Wells' younger sister. Birthdays, speaking of younger, Belinda Esch Chaplin. Belinda worked for us many years ago. Very nice young lady. Got a nice family. I suppose we were a little weird for Belinda. She was here for a while and probably freaked out and went on to other things, but she sure was fun while she was here. She was one of our early Sandhills Express caretakers. Also, happy birthday to Tori Forrester. Also, Denise Kennedy Johnson and Chris Henderson. Happy birthday to you. And for all of you celebrating birthdays on this 11th day of February, you're sharing a birthday today with Sarah Palin. Excuse me, kind of choked me up.
I can see that.
Sarah Palin celebrating her birthday today.
How old?
I take that back. She's not celebrating her birthday today. I'm sorry. That was
she's
wrong.
not.
No.
Okay.
No. Let me double check this. Yeah, happy birthday, Sarah Palin. I thought it was the anniversary of her Republican convention speech, but no, she was born February 11th, 1964. That makes her 57 years old today.
Okay.
Enough said there. Happy birthday to Sheryl Crow. How old do you think Sheryl is?
I'm going to say right around Sarah's age, 58 is what I'm going to say.
59. Yep. Bob Bowles really liked Sheryl
Sarah
Crow.
Palin? Oh.
No, he didn't like Sarah Palin at all. I actually believe
I had to say that.
I actually believe that if Sarah Palin wouldn't have run as vice president, the whole world might be different today. So I'll leave that up to you. Sheryl Crow, anyway, is 59 years old today, and Bob liked her because she was so talented. And she was actually quite a bit younger than Bob. Also, an update here this morning on the Gorilla Glue girl.
Oh, yeah, the one who decided to hold her hair in place with Gorilla Glue.
Yes, and then the company told her to use some sort of a rubbing alcohol, and she ended up in the emergency room trying to get over the fumes.
Oh.
She's headed to California now. This is an update. Headed to California. The gal from Louisiana who shot to TikTok fame after posting an SOS about her hair. She ran out of hairspray and used Gorilla Glue spray instead, and her hair's been plastered to her head ever since. So now, after she gained national attention, a surgeon in L.A. offered to help. So she posted an update on her social media accounts that she's flying out to Hollywood in hopes of freeing her locks. Just an update there for you on some very important news items this morning. And again, if you're celebrating a birthday today, you're celebrating with Sarah Palin and Sheryl Crow, amongst others. Did I see lights? We don't often get visitors this time of day. There's lights out there. Wait. Oh, phew. God. Scared me. I thought for a moment, what I was thinking it might be. Oh, they're leaving now. Those are kind of like cat-like headlights. They're going away. Goodbye. See ya. I was thinking for a minute it might be
a terrestrial visit?
Yeah.
Extraterrestrial visit?
I think it was just a car, thank goodness. I don't know, though.
You're still on that kick?
I told you I have proof. It's on the way. This is not one of those internet conspiracies.
Did you think that may have been your proof?
No.
For a minute?
No, I thought just for I did. Just spooked me out a little bit. But no, I come to my, realization it was just a car. Mm-hmm. But I will have scientific evidence at a later date for you to consider. It's not a conspiracy. It's not an internet thing. It's not a tweet. It's going to be science.
Can't wait.
Well, it's going to be quite a day here at the Breakfast Show.
All right.
Let's see here. School lunch menus.
Yeah.
Before we do that, we want to get serious for a moment and ask for your help. Tammy Phillips, the second grade teacher and twin loop volleyball coach, is fighting cancer again. And there's a Facebook page named Tammy Phillips Virtual Benefit that's been set up to raise money to help with medical expenses, travel, food, and lodging, and so forth. You folks out there have had somebody or yourself that's fought cancer, you know that there's a lot of outside expenses that just aren't covered. So visit the page and visit the page with different ideas being shared to help Tammy. An account has also been established at the First National Bank in Sargent. And you can also donate electronically through Venmo. That information can also be found on the Facebook page. So let's help Tammy Phillips out, second grade teacher, twin loop volleyball coach. This is not the first time she's had to fight and beat cancer, so let's help her. And we'll be reminding you of that for as long as it takes right here on The Breakfast Show.
Good.
Lunchtime, let's see here. Anselmo Myrna today. They're showing no school today.
Okay. Ansley today showing chicken drumsticks for lunch today.
At Cozad, chicken nachos, corn, ham and cheese subs, chicken bacon ranch salad with fruit muffin at Cozad today.
At Loop City today, chicken noodle soup or potato soup with cheese stick at Loop City.
Litchfield, hot dogs or chili dogs, smiley fries, corn, applesauce, and milk.
At Callaway today, a chicken sandwich on the menu.
Today at Sandhills in Dunning, they're having pizza, chips, and cookies.
At Thetford Schools today, Philly steak sandwich.
Sumner, Eddyville, Miller, Frito chili pie.
All right, Broken Bow today showing creamy macaroni and cheese with dinner roll, chicken nuggets with dinner roll, or fresh baked ham and cheese sub at Bow.
Today's Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So things were swapped around. So we have Husker women's basketball for you tonight as they take on Iowa at about 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock tip. Right here on 95.3, they swap those games around. Now, on Friday, Brent, you'll have a doubleheader.
Well, we hope to. Ansley Litchfield will host Anselmo Myrna. That's on the schedule anyway for Friday. And the games will be on a live video stream as well with the radio call. That'll be on Friday. Radio call will be on KBBN radio. And then we'll plan to be in Cozad, where Broken Bow will play Cozad girls and boys basketball, and that'll be on KCNI on Friday, Mother Nature allowing.
Oh, I think you're really worried about this snow. It's too cold to snow. I'm telling you.
Okay,
Did you see what happened last night?
Fine.
We got a little teeny bit of snow.
Okay, that's fine.
9 below zero last night.
I'm just saying. We're in a winter weather advisory till like next June. I'm just saying. I don't know.
You're kind of a worrywart, aren't you? Just chill.
Okay. But yes, basketball Friday, wrestling Saturday.
Okay. Wrestling is not very far away. That's pretty close. Little trip out to Gering.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Gering is the place.
That's a long ways.
It's a trip.
Did that part of the country still want to become part of Wyoming?
No idea.
Yeah. I hope not. We like them here in Nebraska. It's bad enough you'd have to drive there to get to a wrestling meet. Then later on, if they change it, you say, I got to go to Wyoming.
It'd be the Wyoming State Tournament, yes.
I guess we wouldn't be in that.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to play the game?
Sure. Oh, let's see here. Looks like a question on the Beatles again. Not all the Beatles go by their birth names. Ringo and Paul don't. Paul's first name is James, so what is Ringo's real name? Your choices are Rick Stewart, Richard Starkey, Ryan Starling, or Kevin Henderson. Those are your choices. What is Ringo Starr's real name? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Rise and shine.
All right.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Hi, this is Terry at Off-Broadway Assisted and Independent Living in Broken Bow. Make sure you check out our user-friendly website, offbroadwayapartments.com, featuring a new virtual tour that is about 3 minutes long with a voiceover. You can even connect with our residents by sending them a card. Just call us for more details, 308-872-2522. You can also check us out on Facebook, Off-Broadway, Exceptional Assisted and Independent Living in Broken Bow.
Mamma mia! Godfather's Pizza inside Gary's Superfoods has a special deal going on right now. Get a large one-topping pizza for just $8.99. If you haven't tried Godfather's Pizza in Broken Bow yet, now is a great time to. $8.99 large pizzas from Godfather's inside Gary's Superfoods. Don't forget they deliver. Call your order into 872-0091 or 872-0092. That's 872-0091 or 872-0092 for Godfather's Pizza at Gary's Superfoods in Broken Bow.
And we have Craig on the line. Good morning, Craig. How are you?
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
Well, we're doing well. Are you inside right now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
I'm too old to be outside.
Well, it certainly makes you stiff a little quicker when you're out there when it's 9 below zero, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah. Here's Brent with your question.
All right. Not all the Beatles go by their birth names. Ringo and Paul don't. Paul's first name is James, so we want to know what Ringo's real name is. Is it Rick Stewart, Richard Starkey, Ryan Starling, or Kevin Henderson?
Richard Starkey.
You got it. That's it. And because you've answered correctly, we have for you a certificate that'll get you a free small blizzard at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow.
All right.
All right.
And a cool cup from the Your Ag Network. So
All right.
you put your cup in there and keep your beverages cold or hot. Craig, thanks a lot for calling. We appreciate it.
Yep, have a good day, you guys.
You too. 7:46 is your time. Well, since we're talking Ringo, Mr. Starkey, here we go.
I was a sailor first, I sailed the sea. Then I got a job in a factory.
streaming. They've been our partner since the Custer County Fair, actually, when we were able to bring you the 3 days of the livestock show, which was a big hit. So thanks to Vera Wireless. They offer services in, 679 zip codes nationwide. So not only here in Nebraska, but several other states. If you'd like to talk to them here locally at Broken Bow, you can call 872-1535. They're located at 841 South D Street here in Broken Bow. Also locations in Ord, Lexington, North Platte, Kearney, and many other places in the state. And there's a national number you can call at 877-484-2376. And they offer the wireless internet phone services. They sell phones. Stop into the store nearest you. And, of course, the one here in Broken Bow on the south side of the square. And make that the north side of the square. And tell them the breakfast show sent you. 8:52. I don't know about you, Brent Apperson. I know a lot of things about you, a lot of things I don't. Some of them I should know and some I shouldn't. But I like shirts, and I think I've heard you mention this too, that are broke in. Shirts that have been worn are more comfortable than ones that are hanging on the rack. And in many cases, depending on the situation, some of those shirts have maybe been washed once or twice or lightly worn. And you can save a lot of money buying clothes that have been exchanged. Yeah. And we have an Exchange 2 here in Broken Bow. I remember when Exchange 1 was located where Prairie Grounds Cafe is. Now they're over alongside Ideal Realty there, back where they're on the pool hall side. They're on the side where the snooker tables were
there
located.
You go. All right.
But you won't find snooker tables when you go in. You'll find a lot of great clothing that's been cleaned and ironed and ready to go.
Yeah, you'll find thrift at its best. Excellent quality and great prices on secondhand clothing, shoes, and more. Up-to-date styles, name brands, Husker wear, maternity. You'd be surprised at the wonderful items you'll find. Find items for the whole family at the Exchange 2. They're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5. Also open Saturday, 10 to 4. They're located just off the square on 309 South 8th Avenue in Broken Bow. So stop in today, where there's always something new to see.
Well, Becky Daly, Blue-Eyed Becky, is watching and listening, and this is what our friend Becky has to say today. How about it 7:52?
Yeah.
Need to take a class on reading the clock, Dave.
I should have corrected you.
What did I say?
You said 8:52.
Well, I apologize, Becky.
But it is 8:52 somewhere.
Well,
if you go
time.
east a ways, it's 8:52. So it's not
Becky.
like you were, completely giving wrong information.
Well, for this area, it probably wasn't very spot on.
You didn't specify the time zone when you said it.
Well, let me try it again. It's 7:54 Central Standard Time. Thank you, Becky. Thanks so much. Your blue eyes, I can't argue with you when you have those blue eyes like that.
Yeah.
I better move along. Here's Christy's younger sister.
Good morning, everyone. This is Kathy Eberly reporting for Dave Davis Auction Service and Farmers National Company. To start with, I want to remind you that we are having a machinery consignment auction April 10th, so you can start bringing your information to the office or call the office about things that you'd like to consign, and we'll have more information about that later. But we are starting to take consignments, if the information, so we can do a flyer at this time, because that's going to be April 10th at the fairgrounds. Going over to Farmers National Company, at 535 South 10th Avenue, we do have the Farm Credit Services building. It's a very nice commercial building. This building was built in 1955. It's in excellent shape. The main part was remodeled in 2009. This building is set up for two separate businesses, with each having their own entrance and a shared parking lot. There is 8342 square feet with a partial basement. That's at 535 South 10th Avenue. If you're looking for a condo, we have one at Cali Court. It's a corner unit. It's open dining and living area with sliding patio doors leading to the patio area. The kitchen has a built-in microwave, granite countertops, and oak cabinets. There's 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The master bedroom has a master bathroom with double sinks, has 3 skylights, great storage. Everything is all on one level. There is an attached garage. There's a common area for entertaining friends and family. There's no more lawn care or snow removal here, and you can check that one out at Cali Court. At 1704 Myers Road, we do have an acreage. It's 2.61 acres within 1 mile from Broken Bow, right off of Myers Road. Awesome sunroom in the front of the house with custom blinds. There's 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on the main floor laundry. Lower level has family room, office, non-conforming bedroom, workshop area, storage room, and storm shelter. The exterior was painted in 2016. There's a detached 28 by 24 garage. There's a 13 by 7 utility shed and a 24 by 9 shed and a 50 by 30 Quonset with concrete floor and automatic door. It's a neat setting with great shelter belt on the west side. It's located at 1704 Myers Road. At 605 North G Street. This house is close to the school, large open living concept. Kitchen has lots of cabinets and counter space and a breakfast bar open to the formal dining area. The formal dining space has patio doors leading out to the back. There are 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms all on the main floor. The master bedroom has a master bathroom with double sinks. Main floor laundry coming in from the garage. The lower level has a 3rd bathroom with a whirlpool tub and a separate shower. 4th bedroom, a craft room, and a family room with a fun bar area separated with double-sided fireplace. Has an attached double garage and extra concrete pad to park a camper. That's at 605 North T Street. At 1009 North K Street, this one has a very private backyard. This stunning home has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths, sitting on an incredibly private, beautiful, shaded half-acre lot with wraparound porch. The living room has lots of natural light. There's a formal dining area that's open to the kitchen. The kitchen has a breakfast bar, pantry, new appliances, and countertops. Main floor laundry. The master bedroom is located on the main floor, has walk-in closet and master bathroom. The lower level has a non-conforming bedroom, office space, and a large family room with a Vermont stove. There's been many updates, including interior paint, flooring, bathrooms, heating and central air, and updated electrical. There's a detached 2-car drive-through garage, and then there's an additional older 1-stall garage in the back, and then a roomy garden shed. It's a beautiful landscape brick patios with fire pit and brick barbecue. It's located close to the schools on Quiet Street, and that's at 1009 North K Street. We do have a bowling alley at 723 East Southeast Street. It's a great business opportunity, 12-lane bowling alleys and a bar. The bar area is separated from the bowling alley. The bar space is leased out. Each business has their own restrooms. Great location right off of Highway 2. That's at 723 East Southeast Street. And then at 79360 Drive 448 by Berwyn, we have another acreage. It's 1.99 acres. It's a 1992 modular home, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Master bedroom has a master bath, formal dining area, large kitchen with breakfast bar, main floor laundry, lots of fresh paint, all new waterproof flooring. It's country living within 10 miles from Broken Bow at 79360 Drive 448 Berwyn. At 308 North 2nd Street in Sargent, this home is priced to sell, eat-in kitchen, 2 bedrooms. Bedrooms both have hardwood floors, full bathroom, has a storage basement. That's at 308 North 2nd Street in Sargent. Then in Callaway at 403 East Morris Street, we have a very charming home. Lots of room in this well-kept, low-maintenance brick home. Beautiful original hardwood floors in living room and bedrooms. 3 bedrooms on the main floor. Master bedroom has an attached half bath. Cute kitchen has archway to the dining room. Upper level is all open and offers lots of storage. Then the lower level has a non-conforming bedroom, laundry area, and lots of other possibilities. Newer shingles. This home sits on a large lot with mature trees and a detached garage at 403 East Morris Street in Callaway. In Ansley, we have the former Jenny M. Milham Memorial Medical Building at 706 Main Street in Ansley. This is 2250 square foot building. It was built in 1920 and was last used as the medical clinic. And that is at 706 Main Street in Ansley. I think that sums it up for this week, but I'd like to thank you all for listening, and have a great day.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Dramatic and chilling recordings playing during day 2 of Donald Trump's impeachment trial. Rioters chanting for Vice President Pence and looking for House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Correspondent Nancy Cord is on the Democrats' case so far.
Senator Lisa Murkowski said that it's clear that he should never be president again. John Thune of South Dakota, a member of leadership, said that they made a strong showing.
Much of the southern half of the country is waking up to an ice-covered landscape. In Arkansas, they started preparing early.
We've got a couple of spare heaters. I do have a generator.
With extra doses in some states, shortages in others, the COVID vaccine chaos continues. Dr. Ashish Jha.
I don't understand why people have to get up early in the morning and be on the computer all day. We should be able to come up with much simpler systems.
Los Angeles has run out of some of the Moderna vaccine. CBS News Brief, I'm Cammie McCormick.
Here was a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. Temperatures will continue to be low throughout this week and into next week as well, with a wind chill advisory driving temperatures into the negative 20 category. Carolyn Conti with News Channel Nebraska has some tips on how to keep your pipes from freezing in your home.
As temperatures continue to dive into the negatives, one thing to be aware of is your plumbing freezing. We spoke with Aaron Volkman of Volkman Plumbing to find out how you can prevent that.
Whenever you leave your house and go on vacation, you should always shut off your water and your water heater and put a heater down in the basement, electric heater or something. Because if the furnace goes off, you can come back to a real mess.
He's already seen an increase in calls from clients this week, as Tuesday saw below zero temperatures throughout northeast Nebraska. Over at the City of Norfolk's water treatment, Supervisor Chad Roberts is just as busy. He had 4 calls within the morning regarding frozen pipes.
It might just be one area of the house that's frozen, but most of the time it's the whole house. It's usually the service line that's frozen.
Volkman says these temperatures commonly arrive early in the year, but it is rare to see negatives last for a consecutive week like this. Just Monday, the Medical Plaza in Norfolk saw a broken sprinkler pipe. Experts say if you want to add some protection, leave water dripping when you go out. And if you have a trailer, insulate it well.
And that needs to be tight where you can't see any light coming through from the outside. If you can see light coming through once you're in there, it'll freeze in. The wind will drive it in there and freeze it. Where you can stick a sheet of paper through it, the wind behind it will freeze into the building, blow in there and freeze something 20 feet into the building.
Some things that you can do, of course, using a heat tape. If you do have a frozen pipe, you can use a small space heater, put that down there by the area to keep it, help thaw it out and stuff. Just keep in mind, don't have anything flammable around it, newspapers, cardboards or so.
Keep these tips in mind throughout the week, especially this weekend when forecasts predict northeast Nebraska to see negative 20-degree zones. In Norfolk, Carolyn Conti, News Channel Nebraska.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
9 games in the NBA with the Lakers topping the Thunder 114-113 in overtime. Lakers get their 20th win of the season. They're 20-6, a half game back of Utah for the top record in the league. Clippers top the Timberwolves 119-112. Kawhi Leonard 36 points in the win for the Clippers. Mavericks were told before their game against the Hawks that they would play the national anthem. This is a mandate by the NBA. They did so. They then went out and beat the Hawks 118-117. Dallas's Luka Doncic a triple-double, 28 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Nets beat the Pacers 104-94. Kyrie Irving, 35 points for Brooklyn. They improved to 8-6 since the James Harden trade. Suns edged the Bucks 125-124 despite 47 points from Milwaukee's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nuggets knock off the Cavaliers 133-95. Raptors beat the Wizards 137-115. Grizzlies over the Hornets 130-114. And the Bulls beat the Pelicans 129-116. College basketball, number 15 Iowa, a winner over 25th ranked Rutgers 79-66.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, winter weather advisory continuing. We'll have mostly cloudy skies with a chance for some snow showers, high temperatures only reaching 8 above zero. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, a chance for snow, low of 3 below. Snow then likely on your Friday with an inch or 2 of daytime snow accumulation, high temperatures struggling to top 0 degrees. And for your Saturday, high of 2 above zero. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
5 minutes past the 8 Central Time, past 8 o'clock Central Time. It's 0 and cloudy. Winds are calm. Barometric pressure is rising now at 30-33. Humidity at 86%. High yesterday was 11 degrees. Overnight low, 9 below. Sunset today at 6:07. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:38 with a light covering of snow this morning, just measuring out to a trace of precipitation, which means it was less than 1/100th of an inch. That leaves us at 3700ths for the month.
That was very professional.
Thank you.
Just the presentation of that was just professional. I don't know what other adjective to use.
I'm trying to impress Becky.
Are you?
Since I messed up on the time, I'm trying to, kind of rebound, knowing that she's listening to the radio to see if I'm making any more mistakes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be precise, Becky. I'm not going to be unfriendly, but I'm going to be professional and direct.
Kind of fitting that if you're going to go into that kind of tone that you're wearing your white button-down shirt today. You look very nice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You look very professional.
That means a lot to me. Appreciate it.
You bet, Dave.
It's National White Shirt Day.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm very serious.
Or did you make that up?
No.
Really?
No, it's National White Shirt Day.
Oh, wow. I wish I'd have known. I would have wore mine.
Well, it isn't really what you think it is.
Oh.
It kind of surprised me. Much like Sarah Palin's birthday. That was surprising.
It surprised you that she has a birthday?
I don't think she's happy enough to have a birthday.
Oh.
But anyway, this is different. White Shirt Day, making the great sit-down strike of 1937, when workers at the General Motors plant in Flint, Michigan, won union recognition. The strike helped change laws to better protect workers from huge corporations. Called National White Shirt Day. A little different than what I thought it would be. I would think it would be centered after pastors or something like that, wear white shirts.
You think, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose pastors wear dark shirts too.
Well, yeah, I would assume.
But doesn't their tie show up better with a white shirt?
Possibly.
We're going to be contacting the James Gang this morning, following commentary paid for by Ray Hunt, which is next on KCNI, Broken Bow, Nebraska, KBBN 95.3 FM, Central Nebraska's news source.
This commentary is paid for by Ray Hunt. This program was not created in the KCNI KBBN studios and does not necessarily represent the views or policies of Custer County Broadcasting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This audio, titled Make No Mistake, Gun Confiscation Has Happened in America from Colin Newir, is brought to you and paid for by Ray Hunt.
So I was watching a documentary about the Second Amendment, and while I was watching the documentary, kind of brought to my recollection the whole situation that happened in Katrina in 2005. So there's a conversation about the idea of confiscation of firearms, and a lot of people think that the idea of confiscating firearms is kind of antiquated and could never happen. The problem is that it actually happened here in America. I've actually been on TV shows where I was asked about confiscation. I think I was on Bill Maher, where I was asked about confiscation, and I said it never happened in America. Well, that's actually a lie.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know you're against any sort of registry because you think that leads to confiscation, but...
Well, it has before, though.
In America?
No, in America. That's what we're trying to prevent. But it has happened in places where people use as examples of shining beacons of what we should do gun control-wise here in America. And I misstated that. It's actually happened, and it happened in 2005 during Katrina. You actually had officers going door to door confiscating people's weapons. And I think a lot of people don't know about that. And there are actually several documentaries about that.
They say there are no orders to use force, just strong persuasion, sometimes entering open houses with guns drawn, and instructions to disarm anyone inside.
You say guns will be taken? No one will be able to be armed. We will take all weapons.
That happened today in this wealthy neighborhood where homeowners had armed themselves to protect their mansions. Residents were handcuffed on the ground. In the end, police took their weapons but let them stay in their homes.
they were a little bit threatened because our weapons were bigger than their weapons.
For many of the police and guard troops, it is an uncomfortable job to do this in an American city.
This has been documented, so much so that the NRA and other gun lobby groups actually had to go out and file a claim against the city in order for them to return the guns that they took from people during this situation. And then the funny thing is, I had people who actually made comments in the comment section when I posted this tweet about it, and they were saying something to the effect of, oh, well, great way to take things out of context. And I'm guessing they're insinuating because it was after a major hurricane and it was flooding and it was a disaster zone, that somehow that makes it better to take people's firearms.
Police, open the door. They had AR-15s or M16s. They were pointing at us.
They told us, put your hands up in the air. Let us see your hands.
They're drawing down on me, and they let the looters run rampant for over a week? Are you kidding me?
I really thought they were going to kill me. I really did.
They didn't care what your rights were. They were going to deny them.
You're letting the thugs get away with everything, and you're coming to honest, good citizens and taking away their protection, and it is wrong, wrong, wrong.
But still, the order had been given for police and National Guard to go house to house, often with guns drawn, to evacuate residents and confiscate their firearms.
If people decided to stay and protect their homes with their firearms, to me, that makes the most sense in the world for them to keep their firearms to protect themselves. That's the very reason why they have them. So I will never understand, and no one could probably ever justify to me why police officers would go door to door and take firearms away from people who would utilize them to protect themselves.
Police that look like linebackers pushing you in a corner, you're in shock. I'm saying, look at all my food. I got plenty of food. They kept pushing me back, and ended up like this.
Then, Patty showed them a small revolver she was carefully holding in the palm of her hand. A camera crew was there to capture what unfolded next.
I said, it's not even loaded. And I dropped it on the floor.
You got a gun?
Well, they punched me in the face. Look at my black and blue marks. Look at what they did to me.
And for the people out there who think that this can't happen, it happened in 2005. The proof is there. But yet today, we still have people who think it can't happen. So when you hear Joe Biden, when you hear Kamala, and all the rest of these people talk about the idea of a gun registration, that's why I'm against a registration. Because confiscation is a lot easier when there's a registration of all the firearms that everybody owns. That's just how it works. So please understand, this is not fear-mongering. But when it comes to getting what they want, when it comes to making sure that the agenda that they want to actually make happen, oh no, they're about as clever as they come. Which is the whole notion behind the idea that we're going to have a mandatory gun buyback. And then if you don't sell your guns back, then we'll come and we'll arrest you. That's the part that they don't say.
Do you believe in the mandatory buyback of quote-unquote assault weapons? And whether or not you do, how does that idea not go against fundamentally the Second Amendment?
Yeah, great question. I do believe that we need to do buybacks, and I'll tell you why.
So to gun owners out there who say, well, a Biden administration means they're going to come for my guns.
Bingo. You're right if you have an assault weapon. The fact of the matter is they should be illegal, period.
So please, people, understand, this has actually happened before. People have had their guns confiscated in this country by a government, going door to door to do it. I don't care about the circumstance. I don't care whatever context you say needs to be made or not made. At the end of the day, they went door to door and they took people's firearms. And these people weren't criminals. Some people may have been criminals, but they were taking firearms from people who weren't criminals. That's a confiscation. And that's a confiscation that has happened in recent history. So if you think that it can't happen here, you're fooling yourself.
Geared for Sports has great gift ideas for your Valentine. Shop with them right now and save 20% off anything red in the store, just excluding GCI rockers and stadium chairs. It's that time of year to gear up for track, baseball, and softball, whether you're an athlete or a fan. Remember, if they don't have it, talk to Scott and he'll try to get it for you. Geared for Sports is a Chamber Love Local participant too, so shop with them now to get entered for the grand prize. Geared for Sports on the Square in Broken Bow.
8:15 Central Standard Time. Our temperature right now is 0. Let's start with that number.
What, 0?
0.
Okay.
Okay? Let's just say...
That's a good base.
You're
good
feeling,
base number.
Yes.
0.
0. And by the way, I'm going to lead into this with James and his gang at Clang Financial. Today is National Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk Day, reminding us not to sweat the little things. So let's say we start out with 0.
All right.
We don't have anything but a 0 in our savings account.
Okay, I can relate.
Okay, a lot of folks can these days. And so we decide we need to go see somebody that can help us turn that 0 into a 100, and then to 1,000.
There you go.
And then to 10,000. And then someday when it's time to retire, you might have $1 million. Almost takes $1 million to retire these days, I understand. We'll find out because we have James with us from Clang Financial. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you guys doing? I'm coming from the financial district of Broken Bow.
Good for you.
Yeah, 0. What do we do with 0?
Yeah, how do we get started?
Well, a couple of things. When I sit down with people that are just getting started off, the main thing I tell them is a little bit is better than nothing, and doing it systematically is the best way to start saving. Even if it's $10 a month, $100 a month, it doesn't matter. Something's better than nothing, right?
Then, yes. Are you saying we need a plan?
Yes. Yeah, planning. You hit it, Dave. Good job. That planning is essential no matter where you are in life, whether it's raising kids or getting a job or schooling, doesn't matter. Planning is essential.
And so you kind of make a plan and you say, we're going to start out with what we can budget right now, and hopefully later on we can increase that budget as we go with that plan. Okay. All right. Got that part.
Yeah, and you made a good, you said a good word there, budget. I go through a lot of budgeting with people as well, and that's key. So if you come to my office and we're talking about this stuff, it's a good idea to come in with a budget, or else we'll go through it together. Either way, but budgeting is huge.
And you have to be, I think, talented in this area, James, to be able to have people feel comfortable telling you about their budget. We talk about this all the time, maybe less than we should at the radio station, about going and sitting down with our clients and saying, you know, what's your budget? How much can you put away towards advertising? And that's a tough question to ask sometimes, is, you know, what your budget is. Some people don't mind at all, and some people, I assume, need to build a little confidence with you before you get too deep into that.
Yeah, that's true. Well, when you're talking about those things, they are personal, and you may not want to share with everybody, and that's fine. We are here, when we let everybody know here that we enjoy what we do. We're held by the same confidential rules that an attorney would or a doctor would be held by. So we can't say anything. We don't tell anybody that you've been in the office, and we certainly can't share any of the information that you give us. But building that trust is essential, and I hope we let our clients know, and we show them. We don't just say it. We show them that we care about them, and we're here to help, regardless of whether you ever do business with us or not. We're here to help, and that's essential to let them know. That hopefully puts everybody at ease, that we're just here to help. And if you no matter what business you're in, if you let people know that hey, you're here to help them, regardless of what their current situation is, we can help them get into a better place. And if we can't, we'll let you know that. And so we try to put our clients at ease, and I hope no matter what industry, like I said, that you're in, If you let people know that, whether you're, at the at the restaurant or the clothing store, if they think you care, and you really do, and you show it through your actions, people will trust you, and they'll come back and they'll tell you their family and friends about you, and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's key, and that's what you guys, I think, are really good at is getting comfortable and building that trust and becoming not just business partners but friends, and making new friends is what I think you guys like to do, so it works out great. Now, what about all the different platforms and choices that people have? It can be confusing. Should I go with a low interest, safe situation? Should I put a little risk into it so when markets rise, I see a nice influx? I imagine that also depends on the person's situation, but there's a lot of options out there. How do you help them narrow those choices down?
Oh, wow, yeah. There are a lot of choices out there. And, again, we sit down with them and get to know them, and that's key. There's really no cookie-cutter pattern out there to throw at every individual. So we personalize the planning, get to know them, what they want to accomplish. Someone in their 20s just starting a family is going to be in a totally different position than someone in their 70s trying to maximize everything that they saved to help it last the rest of their life. So depends where you're at in life, what you want to accomplish. A lot of things that we've been doing recently is helping parents and grandparents with college savings. So the Nebraska Educational Savings Trust 529 plan, that's a great avenue. Life insurance for children is a great avenue. Not that you think they're going to pass away, but there's cash value that is tax-free within life insurance. So those are two avenues that we've been helping in those situations. And one you can tie to the market, one is safe and fixed. So it just depends what you want to accomplish. And we go through all those options with our clients, lay everything out on the table so they know what their options are. Then we fine-tune it based on their preferences and our recommendations.
And can you talk a little bit also, James, about taxes? It's kind of one of the little things that always amazes me about us as human beings. We love our country. We want to support it, but nobody likes paying taxes for some reason. And so there's a lot of things people can do to maybe delay that. I think sooner or later you pay taxes in the beginning or the end, but you have some ways. You have some ways with some of your plans that can reduce some of that tax expenditure, I think, don't you?
Yeah, there is. And I think a lot of people don't like paying taxes because they associate it closely to death.
Yeah.
Death and taxes are two things we can't escape. So they're linked in our head. So it's not something fun to talk about, right? So you don't want to have to pay them. But you're right. You either pay them now or you pay them later. And if you don't pay them, then your beneficiaries eventually pay them. So depending on the situation. But, yeah, we have some avenues to do that. Tax-free investments. You got municipal bonds. You have a Roth IRA. And you have life insurance. So the three main areas to save money on a tax-free basis. Okay. Then there's other ways to defer taxes, like an IRA or your 401k. You're deferring those, your uncle's, what I refer to them as, you're deferring your uncle's money until later on. And so you get some tax benefits for that today, but in the future you're going to have to pay taxes on it. So our strategy is typically to get buckets of money in all of those different categories. So some tax-free money, some taxable money in retirement, money that's at risk or in the market, and then money that's safe. So we get all four of those categories checked, those boxes checked and money in each one of those categories, then you have the perfect plan. So, yeah, there's various strategies to do that, and we talk about those and fine-tune them when our clients come and sit down with us.
And maybe this is just a little off a sidebar thought, but I almost think sometimes we would be more excited about paying taxes, maybe excited's not the word, but more accepting in paying taxes if we could designate where that tax money would go.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the Barna Group, I don't know if you've heard the Barna Group, but they do surveys, kind of like Gallup and others.
Mm-hmm.
They're a particular group that does surveys, and they surveyed a lot of Americans, both on both sides of the aisle, blue, red, didn't matter, all through all spectrums of ages and marital status. And they found 6 categories, and I wish I had them in front of me, but look up the Barna Group. But they had 6 categories in which 70 to 80+% of Americans agreed upon, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And a lot of those that they agreed upon as far as taxation and political views and those types of things. One of them I remembered was infrastructure. So most people, if they could choose where their taxes go, most people in America, 70, 80%, would agree that some of their tax dollars would be good to go towards infrastructure, building up roads and bridges and shoring those up so they're better. So that's just an example, but yeah, that would be nice.
It would be.
And we can do that by voting people in that want to do that stuff, that listen to their constituents.
Yeah,
that's
the process. That's the democratic process. Let's flip that around. When you make investments in particular platforms, companies, and or some of the options that you laid out there for us, there is some control when you make investments as to what companies and what type of companies that you invest in and how they conduct themselves, correct?
Yeah, that's true, and that's becoming more and more popular. More people are becoming cognizant of where they're investing their dollar, either morally or environmentally, those types of things. But at the bottom line is, at the end of the day, people want to earn money, and how they do that, they're less concerned about as how much they earn. But yes, they're socially conscious about their investing more and more nowadays, and short selling and long selling. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about short selling recently
lately,
with AMC and GameStop and those types of things. But yeah, there's various. There's thousands of mutual funds out there. A lot of ways to invest. Tools and buckets, vehicles in which you can invest in. So, part of my job is to help narrow that down for our clients and into an area that they can easily manage.
All right. I think nothing else, just sitting down and having these conversations would be, I hate to use the word simple fun, but it would be. It would be interesting and fun to examine where we fit in as individuals to those options. So I know you do a good job there. What about Stephanie's side of things? Where's she at right now?
Well, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because the marketplace, which is health insurance for those under 65, the marketplace is reopening February 15th. So on Monday, I believe. The marketplace is opening. There usually is one open enrollment period during the year, which starts in November and ends December 15th, I believe.
Okay.
And so they reopened that, and it'll reopen on Monday, February 15th, and then go through May sometime. So if you're under 65 and you need some help with health insurance, there's another open enrollment opportunity for you, a window of opportunity to look into that and get some health insurance through the Affordable Care Act for you and your family. So that is something Steph is getting prepared for that open enrollment time. So, yeah, if you have any questions about that, please call our office. We'll be glad to help.
And throw that number out there, James.
Oh, sure, yeah. Our office number is 872-6810. And Ed is here to take your calls. And then you can also reach us, come into our office anytime.
Mm-hmm.
We're open Monday through Friday. Our office is at 940 South D Street, right across the street from Nebraska State Bank.
And, of course, you have a web presence, which you can get all that information. If you didn't get that written down, folks, you can just go to the website. I know that you have a nice website and some Facebook activity they can check out as well, correct?
Yes, yeah, jamesklang.com. Take a look at us there. You can learn all about us, what we do there. And at Klang Financial on Facebook.
Okay. All right, James, what a interesting business you have there. Really making plans, maybe starting with zero, maybe having some money to invest, maybe trying to figure out how to get yourself insured. It's all there. We appreciate your service to the community. And I have one final question for you.
Yeah.
You mentioned the red and blue in the country, on what's going on. Brent is wearing blue today, which makes me think he's probably blue. He's probably from the blue side there. Does that surprise you at all, James?
Oh, yeah. Brent, we've known each other for a while, and it doesn't surprise me at all.
Oh, there you go.
It really, yeah. Brent is a blue kind of guy.
Yeah.
And Dave, you're a red kind of guy, right?
Oh, I think we might be the other way around, but
What?
Yeah, I like the middle. I like the middle of the road myself. I think.
What's red and blue when you mix them together?
Black?
Purple.
Oh, purple.
Right?
Purple.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of purple people out there too. So.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because it's a Cub shirt, basically.
That would be why I'm in blue today, yes.
I see. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Well, tell Steph hi. Tell everybody there. Keep up the good work, and look forward to working with you through the rest of the year, James.
Thanks, Dave. Hey, you know what? We have a 6-year-old Charlie at home, and talk about spilt milk. We've had a lot of it at our house. So most of it, there wasn't any tears.
Good.
But a few times I did shed some, because usually I'm the one crawling on my hands and knees trying to clean it up. So the older you get, the tougher it gets to get down. And then to get back up is even harder.
Well, I know getting down is okay, but that ramping up, man, that's a different deal, isn't it? Hey, thanks, James. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Have a great day.
You too. All right. James Klang, Stephanie and James working together with their team down there at Klang Financial, downtown Broken Bow, as James mentioned, right across the street from Nebraska State Bank in the business district there. And they'd love for you to stop in and see them or give them a call. Check out their website. They are ready to go to work for you in 2021. It's 8:34, and this in here from Belinda, who we spoke of earlier.
Yeah, celebrating a birthday, right?
Yes. She says, thanks for the birthday wishes. I always enjoyed working with you many years ago. Well, thank you, Belinda. That makes us feel better, because we thought maybe we ran you off with some weirdness out here. I'm glad that wasn't the reason. I think she had other opportunities. And she also got married and has a wonderful family. So maybe that had something to do with it.
Good.
I don't know if she was married when she worked here or not. Can't remember. The old mind. I got to get, what's that pill you can buy now to get your Prevagen or something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Bring you back like you have a mind like an elephant.
There you go.
Yeah. Talked to a guy yesterday, true story. They live down in Arizona, and he and his wife travel down across the border to get their prescription drugs.
Mm.
Yeah, he said he could get 25 pills, I think for like $70 or $45 or something like that. Don't remember the figures, that close. But then they went down and got the same pill in Mexico for it was like the $70 got him 1,200 pills.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So that's what they do on their date. They go pick up scripts down in Mexico.
There you go.
I guess whatever works, right?
Yeah.
Every now and then, it's nice to be able to say, you know what, I don't have a single thing in my mind. Tell me something to think about. It's empty. I mean, I'm just sitting over here.
And then there's another way to look at that, too, when someone tells you that their mind is empty. And I don't know.
A little spacey.
Yeah.
A little space cadet.
Hey, we want to let you know that Sargent Drilling Company in Broken Bow is looking for help and is accepting applications right now for full-time employment. They offer competitive wages, holiday and vacation pay, health insurance, and 401k. A good driving record is required, and a CDL is preferred. You can apply in person at their office at West Highway 2 in Broken Bow or call 872-5125. Sargent Drilling Company is an equal opportunity employer. We talked about this a little earlier in the show, but we have a lot of high school sports that's on the schedule in the next couple of days. We got some basketball coverage scheduled for tomorrow as Ansley Litchfield is scheduled to play in Selma Myrna in a girls and boys basketball doubleheader. Our plan is to broadcast those for you on KBBN radio and also do a live video stream of the games as well that you can access on the media platforms through KCNI KBBN radio. And then we plan to have Broken Bow and Cozad basketball on Friday, and then hope to be in Gearing on Saturday for live coverage of the B4 District Wrestling Championships there as some of our area wrestlers try to qualify for the state tournament, which will take place next week in Omaha. And we'll keep an eye on all of that stuff. I know that there's, with the cold temperatures and then the weather forecast for what it's predicting and everything. If there's any changes to that schedule, when we find out about it, we'll let you know about it. But that's our plan, to be at those events in the next couple of days. And should be a lot of fun, always is this time of year. We're going to step away for a little bit. We've got Matt to contact from Subway here in Broken Bow. We're going to find out what's going on with him after these words.
There's still time to set new goals for 2021. Bank smarter and stretch your dollar further with Premier Checking from Bruning Bank. With Premier Checking, you earn interest on your account for completing simple actions you already do. Currently have an account with us? Transitioning takes less than a minute. Interested in setting up a new account? Sign up is quick and easy. Stop in or call one of our friendly customer service representatives to get started. Visit bruningbank.com for rates and details. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Looking for a great gift for your Valentine? Take them on a trip to see us at Bo Bootery. Our winter clearance is going on right now, and we've marked 30% off our winter merchandise. Everything from shoes, fashion boots, and bear paws to Nordic beach wraps, tights, leggings, leather purses, and wallets. It's all 30% off. Save on winter merchandise right now at your home-owned shoe store, Bo Bootery, on the square in Broken Bow.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
Are prairie dogs or pocket gophers wreaking havoc in your fields and pastures? Then get rid of them with Rosol from Arrow Seed. Rosol for prairie dogs is a restricted use pesticide approved for use by licensed pesticide applicators between October 1st and March 15th. Rosol for pocket gophers can be used year-round. Rosol is an easy-to-use bait that provides excellent acceptance, has superior weatherability, and proven reliability. To learn more about Rosol, call or stop into Arrow Seed in Broken Bow.
Having computer problems? Don't take it out on your computer equipment. Call Mark Phillips with Central IT in Broken Bow, 872-6600. He offers computer sales, repair, and on-site service. Is your computer slow or infected with a virus? Mark can clean it up. Whether it's a home system or the networking of an office, Central IT is ready to help. From custom builds to individual IT products, Central IT in Broken Bow, 872-6600. Call Mark at 872-6600 for Central IT.
The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
8:47 on this chilly Thursday morning, and we've got Matt on the line from Subway here in Broken Bow. Matt, good morning. How are you?
Not too bad. How you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. So you are one of these guys. I've got to ask. we've known you for a while now, and usually when you will come into the station and when we see you, you've got shorts on. Have you actually went to jeans or long pants, or are you actually wearing shorts right now?
Shorts right now.
You're crazy.
You're obviously not outside for more than 10 minutes, though, right?
Right.
Okay.
I walked my car to in the building.
Okay. All right.
And if I'm going to be at work for 8 hours, I might as well be comfortable.
Yeah. That's not so bad because, your legs, they would take on a different hue and different color right now if you were outside for longer than 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yep, hoodies and shorts works great.
All right. Okay. Well,
But
that's
my
good. I
car's,
mean, to
nice,
each his own.
78 degrees.
So
there you go, 78.
that's what it is in your car right now? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wow, you must have the heater cranked.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Not really cranked, but it's up there.
Yeah. So what's the plan for Matt today?
I'm going to work one of my stores for once. They don't know it.
Oh, really? You're just going to pop in and surprise him, huh?
Yeah. I had no maintenance to do in any other town, so I'm going to go to my own store and work for a while.
Well, good. So let's talk about Subway. What's going on? Are there some special things in the works? I know that we talk a lot about the app. I don't know if maybe that's a good place to start. Are there some specials going on through the app right now?
There's always specials going on through the app. Right now, I believe you're going to take an additional 15% off if you order a tuna sandwich. I know that much.
Okay.
We have the $5.99 special of the day, which is a good deal. I can't think of what today is. You're usually good at these.
Me? Well, I don't know. It used to be Thursday. Used to be the BMT, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
So that's probably it.
Okay, but there's a special sandwich each and every day that you can get for $5.99, right? Whether it be
and a meal.
Okay, for a meal. All right. I know that we love talking about cookies and stuff. Where do we stand on that?
Right now, we're depleting the caramel brownie, and then once it's out, we start a new one in a couple of weeks, and everybody better hold on to their shorts.
Oh, my. Okay.
Or our pants. You hold on to your shorts.
Yeah, or your pants. Yeah,
I'll hold on to my
shorts,
pants.
You guys be pants.
Okay.
Long underwear. So what, are you going to tell us what's coming, or you can't?
Well, I'm kind of waiting for the employees to all take their little courses they have to take so they can all find out first.
Oh.
But I'm very excited about this new cookie.
All right.
Oh, that's a good teaser.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I ask you this? Is chocolate involved?
Oh, yes.
That's okay.
That better be if they replace if they're replacing the what'd you say, the chocolate
brownie caramel.
Oh, okay. I had Subway yesterday here in Broken Bow, and I had the raspberry cheesecake?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I had that cookie. That's really good.
Yeah.
Also went back to the so this cold weather, it's great for sandwiches like the steak and cheese, which is what my wife had, and I had the meatball marinara. But the problem that we ran into, Matt, when we got to the end of the line and it was time to put vegetables on, I didn't know what vegetables to put on a meatball marinara. Am I just crazy, or do most people just kind of put Parmesan cheese and oregano on there and call it good?
I like to spice mine up, and Subway recommends onion, green pepper, black olive, Parmesan, and oregano.
Okay, so I did put some green peppers on there, so I guess I got one of the extra three. All right.
Yeah, you kind of make it like an Italian sandwich.
Sure. All right.
So
But those,
I like to put all those on before I toast it, and then have the onions, the green peppers and onions, have the chill knocked off of it.
Oh, I got you. What the steak
really
and steak and cheese and the meatball marinara are probably the two most popular sandwiches to get warm. But what are some other sandwiches that you can warm up in the toaster on a cold day?
Well, any of the sandwiches actually can be toasted. Most popular, you are right, is the steak, the meatball, and then the Subway melt.
Oh.
And the Subway melt is turkey, ham, and bacon.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, every sandwich can be toasted. Most popular, though, yeah, you're right, is the steak and the meatball.
Great.
Another one that's good is the chicken bacon toasted.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
Matt, I've got a question for you. Always been going to ask you this. Whenever you introduce a new sandwich to Subway, do you guys have to go to like Subway school to learn how to make it?
They're actually now we have courses. We have online courses that we have to take for a bunch of stuff. And now for the new sandwiches, they're actually sending them out in a rollout video, along with what other promo there is, like the cookie coming up. And then, like, they rolled out and told us that probably by June we would be having roast beef.
Oh, that's good. So roast beef, it sounds like roast beef is going to come back then.
Yeah, they've actually came out with a really good product, and all of us are excited about it.
All right. Sounds good. So what are your hours now at Subway?
Monday through Friday, we are open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., and on the weekends, we're open 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Anything else that you want to share with our listeners before we let you go here this morning?
Go in and see Ellen and her crew, and hopefully they can make you a perfect sandwich.
Something tells me they can.
Something tells me they can. They do a really good job up there.
Now, does Subway still have soup? Do you still do the soup thing or not? You do. Okay.
Yes.
And what are the flavors? What are the flavors that you offer?
Broccoli and cheese, chicken noodle, and potato.
I've had the chicken noodle. That's good.
That'll warm you up on a cold day.
Yeah, I like the broccoli and cheese over a ham and cheese sandwich.
Oh, really? You put the soup on the sandwich?
Yeah, I take part of the soup and open the sandwich back up and pour it in there.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but as we've gotten to know you, you sound like a guy that likes a messy sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah. If it's not messy, it's not worthy.
You want it to fall apart. You have to get a fork so that you can eat everything that's left over when your sandwich falls apart.
No, I use my fingers.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm one of those guys.
There you go. All right, Matt. Well, we always appreciate you taking time to visit with us, and we'll encourage people to go into Subway and have it made their way.
Okay. Hopefully next month you guys are allowing visitors, or
to be determined.
That's still up in the air.
To be determined.
Okay.
Correct.
Well,
All right.
hopefully I'll see you guys next month.
All right, that sounds good, Matt.
All right, take care.
You too. Thanks. All right, there you go, Matt at Subway. And you can use the app. You can go on the app and get your sandwich made, swing on in, grab it, and it really is just grab and go because you use the app to pay and everything. So they'll make the sandwich. You can go in, grab it, and you'll be on your way. And, of course, they're always happy to have you come into the store and, again, have it made your way. That's the way they do it at Subway.
There you go.
There you go. All right. Jeremy has made a song request.
Yeah, I hope I've got the song right. I know it's by these guys. I just hope it's a new one that we're playing on KBBN. It's so catchy.
Okay. We'll hope that this is it.
All right.
If not, we'll continue to look for it next hour.
Okay.
How's that?
That's good.
All right. This will take us to news time. Thanks for listening, everybody.
A high of 2 above zero. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/work. That's ZipRecruiter.com/work.
Have you wanted to speak a new language, but thought it would be too difficult? Then try Babbel. Babbel starts by teaching you words and phrases that gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations. So in 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking a new language in a few weeks. Babbel is built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just text TRY to 64,000 to start learning a new language today. That's TRY to 64,000.
9:03 is your time, 2 degrees above zero. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Brent, thanks for filling in. I had to take a phone call from my lobotomy doctor.
Really? I hope that went well.
Scheduled for another treatment.
Okay.
That'll be next week. So
all right. I'll mark that down. Now, I'll be in Omaha next week, so I don't know. You might have to have Jeremy or Gavin come in and help you.
Well, it won't matter. I won't really remember that you're gone.
Okay.
A couple things here I missed. I was going to ask you about this actress because you know how I am. I don't put names and actresses or actors together. I got to see their face. But I know what she might look like because I have watched the show Friends.
Oh, yes. Yeah, very popular television show.
So Rachel Green was the character.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. Birthday today. Now, which one was she? Was she the tall one or the...
Well, no, Lisa Kudrow probably would have been the tallest of the three. Then there was Courtney Cox, Arquette, and then Jennifer Aniston were the three girls on the show.
Okay. And
Jennifer Aniston played, like you said, Rachel, and she was the one that had the on-again, off-again relationship with Ross.
Okay, I wouldn't know that. I don't watch enough of it to know. I'm just trying to figure out which one, what movies she's done since then.
Well, yeah, and she's of the three, she's probably the one that has branched off and done the most movies.
Okay, I think I know which one. Oh. And she does a lot of soft skin face commercials.
Yeah, I think you could be right there. Yeah.
Well, she's 52.
Really?
Yeah. Does that surprise you at all?
No.
Okay, you have the ages down pretty good on these. The other one I didn't really. Maybe somebody out there would follow. Mike Shinoda, 44-year-old guitarist and singer and songwriter for the band Linkin Park.
Oh.
And that'd be kind of a heavy rock band. He also made all the artwork for the band's albums. He's celebrating a birthday today. He's only 44. Now, in the copy machine, Michael Davis sent an interesting article I know you would love, but I forgot to pick it up on my way back in here, so I was thinking I would use the intercom and see if Christy would bring that in for us.
Oh, I'm sure she would be more than happy to.
Before we do that, one of the law and disorder stories this morning is Bruce Springsteen busted for DWI, which is always surprising when a star of that stature gets arrested because you figure they don't have to drive if they can have somebody driving them, right?
Mm-hmm.
This goes back to November when he was busted in New Jersey, but just now finding out about it. It happened at the Gateway National Recreation Center. And we were just talking about this with Jeremy after the Super Bowl about Springsteen's commercial for Jeep. First commercial he's ever done for anybody, and has always refused to do that. So he pretty well sets how it's going to be done, where it's going to be done. He was in Nebraska and then went down to Lebanon, Kansas to film the commercial in the center of the state. The message was, let's come to the center of things and quit this bickering sort of thing. But now, it was a really good commercial, but now that's been pulled.
Oh.
Jeep's pulled the plug on it, and it's no longer even on YouTube. So, that mistake, even at his level of stardom, I don't know what he's going to be punished for it. He's going to punish for breaking the law, but you just wonder, why was he driving?
Yeah.
Because he could have enough money to have a big limo driving or a Jeep.
Right. Yes.
Even if he let somebody else drive his Jeep.
Yeah.
All right.
Kristen, come on in. You've been standing at the door for a while.
Oh, Kristen, is that just the one page?
Yeah.
That's all there was?
Yes, that's all you printed.
Thank you. I was going to bother Christy for it, but I think you probably saved us some grief. I mean, her some problems.
I say we bother her anyway.
We could. We could do that.
What can we bother her about?
A number of things. Michael Davis sent this to me this morning, and it may be on info as well, but you love the old TV shows, the old Westerns.
I do, yes.
All that.
I
And,
watch more of those than I do regular television.
well, there's a story, and this is the second time that Mike's brought this to my attention, the rural purge of television shows by CBS back in 1971 that had a country theme or background to it. And this is a pretty long article, but some of the shows that were in the purge were CBS's early 70s shows, Mayberry RFD, the Hillbillies, Beverly Hillbillies, Green Acres. The cancellations ended several highly rated variety shows coming out of the late 60s that were big, and they were evolving into the country rural shows, even though everybody was moving from the country into the cities. So those shows were, I guess, popular because people had the country roots, and so you had the Real McCoy's program in 57 on ABC, and others. And I've only got the front page of this, so I can't dive in as deep. But there was a period of time, Mike and all you listeners out there, where every night there was a Western on, or a comedy Western, or the Beverly Hillbillies, all of those shows that were about Green Acres, and all those shows that were about this part of the world, because so many people had migrated to the cities, but those shows were very popular in the early 70s. There were a lot of them. I don't have the full page here, but there was a lot of them. And you can Wikipedia this rural purge if you want to look at it further. It's pretty interesting. And it talks about that period of time when then later they started purging the Westerns out. And you had things like Hogan's Heroes and some of those things that were coming along. But it was kind of a reflection of what was going on in the country during that period of time in the early 70s. Might be worth your read on that.
Since you bring up the old television shows and the old Westerns, I was watching an episode of The Rifleman.
Yes.
Last night.
Uh-oh.
And Lucas got injured. Okay, he was shot.
Oh, I didn't think he ever got shot.
And he survived. I just want you to know that.
That was close.
But anyway, his son Mark hooked up the buckboard, got him into town, and poor Lucas, he can hardly walk. He's been shot, man. But they took him into the hotel and walked him all the way up the steps to get him into a bed.
Okay.
And that made me think about, okay, I'm a Gunsmoke fan.
Right.
Don't you think it was fun? Doc's office was at the top of the steps.
Yeah.
And that got me to thinking, back in the old Westerns, why did you always have to climb the steps to get to the doctor's office?
Well,
because
I don't
usually
know.
when you come in, you were shot, right?
Right.
And so the doc had to, and you're probably not moving all that well, but in the old Westerns, it just seems like everybody, they were always taking them upstairs
They
to
were.
get to the doctor's office. And I thought that was funny.
Good point.
That kind of struck me yesterday.
And I almost wonder if it wasn't kind of that way because...
Could have been.
Let's think about Broken Bow, for instance. That was those buildings that we lost the south side, of course, but those buildings were built in the early 1800s, right? And I'm old enough to remember, just barely, that above where Chapin's furniture was and across there were, I wish Shard Hirsch was here because she could tell you all the details on that. Still miss Shard, but there were dentist's office upstairs. There were a doctor's office upstairs. I do remember over on the east side above Bell's Boulangerie and then through there was a watch repairman upstairs, Mr. Whitehead. And so they took advantage of that second story for additional services and businesses. I don't really know why, but you're right, why a lot of the medical things were upstairs. And maybe it was that way in the Old West. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, they had the merchants down below where people would buy things and carry them in and out. But the dentist shop was upstairs and, all of that stuff. So I don't know, maybe that was just the way it was. They utilized the space and put the dock upstairs. But almost all of them, as you say, in the Western shows they had to carry him up, two guys carrying him upstairs or one guy helping him up and they were up there, right?
Yeah. It wasn't just like 5 steps that they had to climb up. I mean, it was a big flight of stairs. And that just kind of caught me last night when I was watching the show. I just started laughing. I'm like, these poor guys come in all shot up in the old Westerns, and they always had to go up steps to get to the doctor or to get to a bed.
Yeah. I'm thinking about the south side. I think there was a drugstore down where the One Box Monument is. There was a drugstore there, which later on, I'm trying to remember, J.C. Penney's was on that corner, J.C. Penney's store. And then I think there was apartments above it. And then later, you probably remember, that would have been in the 80s, we had to save the wall, repair the wall on the end of the building because it was in shatters. And we had our first fundraiser that Casey and I had done that we were aware of, and we threw horseshoes and had donations in that empty spot where the One Box Monument is, and capped the end of that with new brick blocks. Then later, Lola and Jean turned that into Square One clothing store there. But right in there was J.C. Penney's and a drugstore, apartments up above, and then professional offices above that over the years. If you talk to people that are in their 80s, they'll tell you what dock was up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, things change.
They do.
Of course, in recent times where Prairie Eye Care is, that was the new J.C. Penney's. That was the J.C. Penney's on the corner there. And happened to be a friend of the family who owned the former J.C. Penney's, which was on the south side. And we put up a basketball hoop in there and had indoor basketball games.
Nice.
Yeah, and they had Battle of the Bands in there. It's pretty cool. Used that building until it fell down, or they took it down, and then you had that bare wall that they capped. You're bringing back memories.
Yeah.
Today, before we close, we will be giving away $25 in chamber bucks. Now, this is made possible by the Broken Bow Housing Authority. And tomorrow we'll be at the chamber. They're going to highlight their giveaways of their part of the Love Local promotion that they've been doing through the chamber. And I'm not sure who's going to that. I wondered if Gavin might not want to do the remote since he's on the board.
There you go.
But we'll ask him, unless he has court or a meeting of some sort. But he's been very involved in the chamber, and they've been giving away, and will be giving away lots of cards tomorrow.
Good.
Find out about that. Don't you wish you had a name like Dawn West?
Dawn West. That's a good name.
She heads up the Broken Bow Housing. And yeah. I don't know what her original name was, her original maiden name. But if you could just pick a name. Wouldn't Don West be a good one?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like it could be in a Western.
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think I'll go over to the saloon and have a beer with Don West.
Who was the? It was kind of a Western, but it was different. Robert Conrad was in it. The Wild Wild West.
Oh, yes.
He was Jim West, right?
I don't remember, but the Wild Wild West was a futuristic Western.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah.
For the time period. But I think the character that Robert Conrad played, I think was Jim West, I want to say.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
I remember my Uncle Elmer laying on the floor of the farmhouse when we were visiting, watching the Wild Wild West. And any other Western that was on.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll take a timeout.
Unneeded Touch and Broken Bow is excited to say they can now provide you with infrared heat sauna treatment, a great tool in fighting chronic pain and reducing dependence on medication. Waves of heat and light penetrate deeper into the body and heal deep tissue. The benefits are numerous. Boost your immune system, relieve sore muscles, detoxify, clear skin, relieve joint pain, increase metabolism, and they can even allow you to sleep better. Ask Unneeded Touch and Broken Bow about their infrared heat sauna and what it can do for you.
Source by Sound Agriculture activates soil microbes to unlock nitrogen and phosphorus, increase yield and average 7.5 bushels per acre, or combine Source with reduced nitrogen to maintain yield and lower input costs. Source is a sustainable way to maximize profitability. Learn more at sound.ag.
Did you know there are laws in the U.S. that protect the safety and pay of farm workers? To learn more, call 866-4US-WAGE. That's 866-4US-WAGE or visit worker.gov. A message from the U.S. Department of Labor.
It's cashback dividend season at Farm Credit Services of America. This is our 17th consecutive year we've shared earnings. And once again, the payout is significant. A full 1% of each customer's eligible financing. 1%. That adds up to a record $275 million shared this year and $2.2 billion since 2004. Discover the power of ownership at fcsamerica.com. Terms apply. See website for details.
All right. Well, we have memories coming in here. Lyle Runyon mentions here that Dr. Wilcox from Broken Bow had a practice in Ansley, and it was on the second story on Main Street on the north side of the street with lots of steps up to his office in Ansley upstairs. So, yeah, it must have been more common than not, actually. But they utilized all the space. True Grit is you have the original True Grit, and then you have the second one.
Oh, the movie, the Western, with John Wayne was in the original.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
Jeff Bridges played Rooster Cogburn in the remake.
Yeah, and he did a great job of
Yes.
in that show. One of the scenes early on in the second True Grit was arriving in this Western town. And I just remember seeing that. I don't know if you folks remember that scene where it started in the community. It had buildings much like the buildings you would have seen in Ansley or in Broken Bow that were 2 stories. Just really zapped out. They really hit the head on the nail on how they depicted a country town at that time. It was, it wasn't long before cars came along and that sort of thing, more of a bustling community. But those kinds of buildings, if we just would have been able to send a message to those people at the time when they started tearing those buildings down, would have been so nice to stop that, because those buildings have such character.
Yeah.
And then they make, much like the one side of the town we have left here, those kind of buildings are pieces of history. And the stairs were steep.
Yeah.
I remember, and we actually had family that lived in the apartment above, like Balboa Bouderie and the salon there. Big, tall ceilings in there. How they ever kept them warm, I don't know. I imagine it was cold in there most of the time. Radiator heat, probably. But Yeah, Miss Shard Hirsch and some folks like that who used to call in and keep us in line on some of that history. But you can find a lot of that history at the Custer County Museum.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on your mind?
I don't think so.
It is 9:22. I think we'll get a little music going here, and then we'll give away that final certificate for this week, and then we'll join the chamber tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
That works. All right. I think we'll do a little John Hyatt and circle back.
that comes in and like changes every hour you look at it.
Right.
But it almost looks like maybe a situation like last weekend where it's almost two waves, coming in tomorrow, snowing, and then maybe a little bit of a break Saturday, but then picking up and snowing again Saturday night through Sunday. So it's hard to tell.
Well, and getting out and scooping, if you have to scoop twice, be careful because when it's that cold, it can be unhealthy. So keep that in mind. If those wind chills are that low, you might just want to wait it out and wait for some sun and a little warmer weather. But we'll see. I just maintain when it's that cold, it usually doesn't snow that much. But we'll see. I'm no weatherman, and besides that, you can be a weatherman and be wrong.
That's true. Yes.
Okay, we've had a lot of fun this morning talking about Old West things and birthdays and good people on the air. Thanks to our guests this morning, Clang Financial and Matt with Subway. Of course, Christy's younger sister with Farmers National, Davy Davis. We look forward to tomorrow, and again tomorrow we'll be at the Chamber of Commerce broadcasting as they give away $25 Love Local cards, and we'll find out more about that tomorrow during the breakfast show. Now, we're going to give away a $25 set of chamber bucks, and provided to you through the Housing Authority here in Broken Bow. And information is available that Brent has for you about our sponsor.
Yeah, they offer affordable housing at Custer Heights and 2 to 5 bedroom homes as well. So call Dawn, who we talked about earlier,
Dawn West,
to find out more about these possibilities. And the phone number to call is 872-2850. That's 872-2850. And we do remind you, income qualifications do apply for these housing opportunities. So to find out more, contact on 872-2850 with the Broken Bow Housing Authority. They're happy to help sponsor our Love Local promotion, and they encourage everyone to support our local hometown stores.
All right. Can't you just hear it? Dawn West.
Yeah, starring Dawn West. Yes.
Can't do a whip very good.
Yeah.
The phone is ringing already.
Phone is already ringing.
We haven't even asked for a caller.
No, I don't think we have.
We will take the fourth caller.
Oh, wow.
Fourth caller at 872-2801.
Happy Valentine's Day from the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. Make a delicious Valentine's meal with these great prices. 85% lean ground round, $3.38 a pound. Certified Angus beef rump roast, $3.98 a pound. Delicious Aquastar salmon fillets are $9.98. For sides, fresh asparagus is $1.98 a pound, and Knorr pasta or rice sides are just 98 cents. And the deli homemade cherry walnut fluff salad is $2.98 a pound. Grocery Cart. Shop these Valentine's deals on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
Tax time is here again, and this year H&R Block has many filing options to make it easy for you. Our tax pros are here to get your maximum refund with or without the office visit. You can drop by an office, use our drop-off service, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. That's right. Send a few pics from your phone, and you never even have to leave home. You can stay in your sweatpants. Block has options for everyone. With so many ways to file, it's just another way Block has your back.
All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
Contact the Broken Bow office at 308-872-6249.
Do you know the signs of an opioid overdose? Talk to your physician and pharmacist about naloxone, a drug used to safely reverse an opioid overdose. I'm Dr. Rob Rhodes, a Nebraska family practice physician. Be Opie Ready and download a free overdose support tool, the Opie Rescue app. Search Opie Ready for more information.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Gosh, I wished I had a radio voice like that guy.
Mm-hmm.
We have Sherry Kennedy, I believe it is, on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for taking time to talk to us. You were nice enough to say, "Oh, I'll talk to you clowns." No, I guess you didn't say that, but... So,
well, I thought it, but I didn't say it.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Sherry.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So are you inside where it's warm?
Yeah, I am.
Good. Stay there if you can, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, question. We were talking about TV shows, and I know there's a lot to pick from these days with Netflix and regular TV and cable TV, and the list goes on and on. But tell us about maybe one of the favorite TV shows that you watched when you were younger.
When I was younger?
Yeah.
Oh, we only had 2 channels, so I watched a lot of Sesame Street.
There you go. Yes, right there with you.
So you had the educational channel and one other then.
Yep, and NBC.
NBC. Yeah, that was kind of the way it was around here. You could get, was it off antenna, maybe North Platte?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And later on, maybe Hastings, which it was a while before we got Lincoln, which was, what was that, CBS?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sesame Street was good. There was no doubt about it. And I just think that sometimes we miss those simple shows that were, being aired at that period of time. So thanks a lot for your memories. Because you were listening and nice enough to call in, we have a certificate here for $25 in chamber bucks, brought to you by the folks at Broken Bow Housing Authority.
And Dawn West.
Do you know Dawn?
I don't.
Oh, she's a sweetheart, and I know she'll be happy that you won this. So come out and see us when you can. We'll have them for you here in an envelope.
Okay, thanks very much.
Take care.
Thanks, Sherry.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, Sesame Street. A lot of people can relate when you only got 2 channels, maybe 3 part of the time. And I always cannot help but, remember the TVs where you could dial behind the changer to kind of reduce the snow or dial it in a little closer, and then you get it dialed in and it would start rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And it would roll.
Well, some of my fondest memories are going out to Grandpa and Grandma's house. Mm-hmm. And, back then, if Nebraska football was on TV, that was like a holiday, man.
That was it.
Because, they might get on once or twice a year. Right. And if they were on TV, this was a big deal. Now every game's on TV. But I remember going out as a kid, and there were times I remember my uncle would climb up on top of the roof where the antenna was, and I would be yelling. He would be adjusting it, and I would be yelling through the window out to him. No, wait, hold it. Stop. No, go back the other way. Go back the other way. No, the other way. Oh, yeah. Those were fond memories.
Yeah. I always remember that sort of same thing, and somebody get up on the roof, and we didn't have one. You just, like you say, you just kind of moved it in the bracket.
Yeah.
But I was pretty amazed when my sister, a baby, sat for the Woodwards, Ron and Molly,
mm-hmm.
And on Saturdays, because they had this big livestock sale.
Sure.
And it would go into like midnight,
mm-hmm.
And then they'd probably go have supper afterwards or whatever. So a lot of times you were there long enough that on Saturday night, a lot of times they'd stay on till 10 and sometimes 12.
Mm-hmm.
So you had TV for that period of time after the boys went to bed. And I inherited the job after my sister moved on. But they had a rotary antenna, and they had a color television.
Oh, wow. That was big time back then.
Sure, I'll babysit. You get to go, on the deal, and you could hear the antenna moving and get in it where it was a sharp little picture there in color.
Do we have the TV repairman anymore?
I doubt it, because they don't
think
repair
so.
them.
Yeah, you just go out and buy another one now.
Yep.
But I remember the tuner would always go out. Remember that?
Yeah, you spray stuff in there too.
Yeah, you'd always be taking it into the TV repairman to get the tuner fixed or tube or something.
Well, here in Broken Bow, most people would remember Wayne Stewart, Harmony Hut.
Yeah, I remember. Oh man, I wish I could think of his name. We took ours to a gentleman in Ansley.
Okay.
I remember.
From Loop City.
Yeah, we drove from Loop City, and there was a guy that worked on him, and I want to say the first name was Ted. But I can't think of the last name, I'm sorry. But yeah, I remember going with Dad and driving into Ansley, and getting our TV fixed.
That was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Like Wayne Stewart and then Doug and Ron kept it in the family, and Doug just finally closed the doors here a year or so ago. Yeah. And, down, like you say, selling the TVs nowadays, you sell them, but they don't ever come back in again, most likely. And radio sales certainly changed over the years. Stereos got smaller. I mean, in the 70s, the bigger speakers you could get for your stereo, the more macho
Bigger
you
the
were.
better, man.
Yeah, big old Marantz with huge speakers. But things change.
Yes.
They do. Here's a thought.
Now we're watching TV on our phones.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are watching them while they're driving, too, by the way.
That's not good.
No. There's a movie out. I briefly told you about it the other day, maybe yesterday. It's called The Cow.
Yeah, you said, I've never heard of it.
It's critically acclaimed. It's one of those kind of films that got a lot of critical attention. It's really, really well done. I don't know which one it was on. Joan, of course, pulled it up, but it was a movie that you could watch on one of the, Netflix or Amazon. You can find it. I really suggest if you folks out there have that service and you're looking for a movie, it's a little quirky because it's a little different, but it portrays how important one cow was in the early settling days. They had gotten a cow to this community, and there's a whole story around the cow and the milk.
Wow.
It's fascinating. And when you watch it, you're going to go, this seems really like it could happen. Because they could make biscuits and bake, and there's a whole, I don't want to give away the story. But if you get a chance, watch The Cow.
Oh,
it's fascinating, and it's really well done. And it really depicts the time really well. You know how sometimes you don't get the feeling that you're really seeing how it was at that time? This is really, really feels like it's very close anyway. So shall we just close with a little tribute to Don West?
Well, sure, I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $25 chamber bucks. And carry on. Don West.
There you go.
She'll be famous now.
Yes, indeed.
Talk to you later.
All right, see you.